first ever Tennessee S.T.E.A.M Festival happened in October. S.T.E.A.M stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, Art, and Math. This festival is an initiative of the Discovery Center to connect student curiosity to careers that will help fill gaps in the existing workforce. Hobgood Elementary was a sponsor, and we found out what projects were set up for the students.
Today at Hobgood, we're focusing on 4 different projects. We have the build, where they will be looking at mathematics through real-life construction, and they will actually build a frame of a house. We also have sphero balls, which are little balls that are controlled with programming. So the students will program the sphero to do certain actions, and then they have to race it. So they have an end goal, they have to program it, tell it what to do, then race it to see who wins. So there's a lot of problem solving involved in that. We also have 3D printing, and visually going back and forth from 2D to 3D is difficult to do, but that design process that's occurring during the 3D design that is necessary in order for you to 3D print is something that we have to build in students. So just opening up their minds to possibilities, but also the why and the how kind of behind it. And of course the drone. Today they will be experiencing up-close interactions with the drone and talking about thermal imagery and about infrared, so where the drone can take images based on heat, temperature, and produce an image, which is really cool because the fire department also uses thermal imagery. And so that cross-curricular, just all of that just opens up their mind to what's going on around them and helps them to see more globally instead of just so narrow.
Barch talks about programs that are set up for today's student to fill the needs of a future workforce.
So why STEAM? When you focus on integrating what's really happening in the world and you're creating global learners by taking off that narrow vision of which is what's right in front of you, there's a love of life, a love of learning that comes into play, and that teachers, for so long, we've been bound to, and we still are bound to standards, but it gives us some freedom to be creative, to engage students based on their interests. Instead of learning things in isolation, we're learning them in how they're coherent and how it works together, which helps everybody make meaning of the world in which they live.
Barch explains the reason that she chose to be an instructor and help shape students in the way they look at the world.
When I teach through integration in STEAM, I see these children who may become waiting to feel validated. I see that turning around where they start to feel affirmed, they start to believe in who they are, they start to build a confidence because they have to persevere through hard challenges, and it builds true confidence instead of temporary egos or good grades with little effort. They have to really put forth effort. And so we're building these individuals who learn to believe in themselves and who learn to persevere. And so this gives us an opportunity to help them find that way to plug in to how they want to change the world and how they can change the world, and to give them those skills to change the world.